Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for all your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So get your buzz off get your Be Kind t-shirt at thebullyexposed.com. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So a couple of you asked for me to come on, even though I did my show earlier today, and I appreciate that. So I thought that I definitely would. So we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. So smash that question mark and let's get started. But I am going to talk about this great weekend that I'm having with trying to. We're doing 3 shows in a row. Been lucky enough. Hopefully, we're going to have 4. We're going to have one more person come up. Bex, thank you for joining the show. And I hope that I'm bringing people to you that I find are amazing, that are doing amazing things. We kicked off the weekend whoops, sorry about that. We kicked off the weekend, let's see, give me a second here. Fortunately, I lost all of I was redoing my iPad and I lost all of my promos that were on there. So now I gotta see what can I do here. Let's see if we can fix this. So we started the weekend, of course, with our good friend Sir Tony Ray, and then we today we interviewed David Stevens, who is an analyst for ESPN now. Retired analyst, and he's a person that's limp different, right? Here, let's get that shot of him that we put earlier. Here's a picture of him with Derek Jeter. So he has no legs, but yet he was able to play sports and able to do a lot of things that most people are not able to do. Play professional, even though he had no legs. Technology is great when it works. Yes, it does, Bex. Yes, it does. And also, like I said, I don't have the promo. Oh, I do have a promo picture. Here we go. And we interviewed RS Dorian Gold, and we talked about his bullying experience that he had, unfortunately, with a rival YouTuber who said that he was a pedophile and he received death. He's still receiving death threats. This happened, I think he said 4 years ago, and he's still receiving death threats. So I think I'm bringing you guys amazing people. It's not going to stop tomorrow. I got a plus size model, Cami Mercure Dunn, going to be on the show tomorrow, and we're going to talk about all the great things she's doing for bullying in the workplace. So, and then Monday, if all works out well, we will have a woman who's coming up. I don't know much about her, I will admit, but she's coming up and trying to be an artist. She's living in New York now, and I wish her lots of luck because she's been through a lot. I've been following her for a while. She's been through a lot, and I hope that we could tell her story and you guys can learn about her. And then when her music comes out, you guys can go and start following her. So, who wants to start the Q&A first? What do you guys want to talk about? That's what I want to know. What are you guys enjoying what we're bringing you? Are they interesting, these people? Do you find these people very interesting? I mean, Dave Stevens has like 7 Emmys, 7 sport Emmys. I think that's amazing. I truly think that's amazing. So hopefully we are doing what we set out to do, and we're bringing you um, people that are interesting, and that you can see that everyone goes through bullying. I said this many times on the show, and everyone has dealt with bullying. Everyone, you either are the bully, you saw bullying, or you're a person that was bullied. So everybody deals with bullying. To me, bullying is like eating. Everybody has to eat. Everybody has to. Everybody deals with bullying in some way. And if you think to yourself, I've never seen anyone get bullied, then you are really not paying attention to your environment. That's for sure. Because everybody has seen it and it's out there. You're awfully quiet, Tully. What's going on? How you doing? So, yeah, so hopefully this will continue, that people will continue to want to be on the show. And I want to do one thing before we start going into any questions. I do want to thank you guys. You guys sharing our story, smashing that heart, talking us up. I think now that people that are out there are really starting to notice us, and I really do appreciate that. And that's what we need. That we need people to start noticing us, so that we can do good things. Not so we can say, ha ha ha, we have, whatever amount of followers, or that we have, so and so big actor or big actress following us. No, it's not for that. It's so that we can start making waves and start getting the notice of people that can make changes, like politicians, and getting them to understand that there are large companies in this world, like the United States Postal Service and like Verizon, that bully, and we need to start making bullying a crime, a serious, legitimate crime, just like all the others, because it truly is that you're able to pick and try and control someone simply because they don't want to deal with having to tell people no, and because they might be so nice, so they don't want to say no, or they don't want to say leave me alone. There's people out there like that, and just because they choose to paint or draw or play video games all day long, not all day long, but video games like Dungeons and Dragons and RuneScape, doesn't mean that you, just because you're a jock or whatever issues you might be having, that you have the right to bully these people. That's my outlook of it, and that we should, how do I put this? There are people out there that, and I don't mean this in a negative way, that are sheep. They're real cool with just going along with the herd and being mellow and relaxed and not have to deal with any negativity. Okay, then there's people that are wolves that just want to eat the sheep all day long, and then there's people like the shepherd who protect the sheep, and we should start listening and respecting more of the shepherd than we do of the wolves. And unfortunately, right now, we are giving too much attention and too much leeway to the wolf, and that needs to stop. Bex says, inspirational man. Yes, he was. Yes, he is. I don't know if they're talking about me. If you're talking about me, thank you. If you're talking about our good friend David, thank you. And so was So was Sir Tony Ray. You know, he's just a man that's retired now, and he just wants to play video games, you know, and talk about life, and that's what he's doing 2 days a week. Um, I do want to tell you guys that we are now on Discord. A lot of you have been asking me since we started to get on Discord. Get on Discord, as you probably know if you saw a show with Sir Tony Ray, that he wants to interview me on his show, and he does it through Discord. So we now have a Discord account. If you're into Discord, I'm gonna put it up on the screen real quick here. Give me a second, and we'll put that up there. But I guess while I'm doing it, I can say it. So it's the Bully Expose, the pound sign or the hashtag sign. I don't know what you want to call it. 9972. So that's it right there. It is cap sensitive, I've learned from people. So it's the in lower caps, bully in upper caps, and exposed in lower caps, and then the pound sign or the hashtag sign when 9972. So if you're into Discord, check it out. We now have a Discord account. So what else do we want to talk about here? No questions today, Tully? Tully usually has some good questions for me. Tully made this for me the other day. I thank you so much, Tully. This is a photo of me and professional boxer Raul Tovar Jr. when he came to the studio that I had in Las Vegas to be interviewed about bullying. I told you guys that a lot of the a lot of the boxers I've interviewed, a lot of them became boxers because they were being bullied. Tovar was not one of them. So he just always loved boxing. He's Mexican American, so Mexicans do love their boxing. There are a lot of groups out there that do love their boxing. I know the Irish love their boxing, the people that I've met. Puerto Ricans love their boxing. So there are groups of people that love their boxing, and he's one of them. So that's why he got into boxing. And he was able to box professionally. So that's very, very good for him. Very, very good. So thank you for that. Wonder Wolf Squad, thank you for joining the show. Where are you from? Smash that question mark. Let's start the Q&A. Thank you for smashing the heart. What else do you guys want to talk about? No, I didn't create a topic for today because you guys wanted me to just come on. Thank you for smashing that heart. So I have no real topic today. So please, whatever you guys want to talk about. And Winter Wolf Squad says, I'm from Ohio. Awesome. My brother just moved there. Don't ask me what city because I don't know. But my brother just moved out there, yeah. My brother moved out there. I'm creating a video right now. I'm in the process. It's a video about the 5 things you can do when you're being bullied. And so I started messing around. I'm not going to use this section, because I always thought that it would be a good idea to make. I want to make it animated in the sense of drawing my own stuff. But I saw this, and so I created a few. The numbers just to kind of look at what it looks like. And so that's number 5, stay positive. When you're being bullied, that's so important to stay positive, and it's hard. So Winter Wolf, have you had any experiences with bullying? And so let's see. What I do want to bring up is I'm gonna kind of bring this up on every show to kind of give you guys some information. I know that some of you, when you like our post or um, you comment on our post or even like or follow us on our Instagram account, some of you end up getting bullied because your so-called friends or bullies see that you're following us, and then they start to put you down. You know, one thing, so you end up not following us, and I think that's not a good idea because you don't get the information that we're trying to send you. Thank you for smashing that heart, Wolf. So I thought that it would be a good idea to create two accounts, one that your bully does not know, and then you can follow us there and learn about the important things that we do, and keep up with the celebrities and everyone else we're gonna try and bring on to the show. Winter Wolf Squad says, I never got bullied, but I stopped a bully. Good for you. That is one of the best things you can do, is when you see bullying, call it out. Call it out. You know, if it is safe to do so. Never put yourself in any danger to stand up to the bully for someone else. Maybe you can get a teacher, maybe you can get an adult that can help you stop it. But never do it if you're gonna be in danger. And remember, guys, it's very important that you stay in groups of 3 or more. Usually when you in schools, when you stay in groups of 3 or more, you're likely not to be bullied. So remember that. And you know, look around. If you're a loner in school, you know, and you usually hang out by yourself at schools, go up to people that are staying by themselves too and say, hey, how you doing? My name is Richard. Can I sit with you? And start to learn who these people are. Wolf says that he was safe. So that's good. Awesome. And what did you find out, Wolf? Did you find out that it stopped the bullying right away? That bully just kind of walked away? You know, the first time I did that, I didn't know, I didn't know what I know now. I didn't know that, I think it's 87% of bullying stops when a bystander stands up and says something. And Wolf says they walked away. That shows you right there, guys, that these bullies, not now. I'm going to tell you again, not every bully will walk away. Some bullies have known to attack when someone stands up. But I think the percentages that they're going to walk away is very high. So don't be afraid, guys. Don't be afraid of that. Because, when you hopefully, when you stand up to that bully, it's you and that person that was first being bullied. Hopefully that person won't walk away and leave you to deal with his bully, which now becomes your bully. But I think that when you call someone out on something, they're most likely not to do what they are doing, whatever it may be. So that's very good of you. Let's everyone smash that heart one time for Winter Wolf Squad for standing up to watching bullying go on. I don't understand, how people can watch something going on and just sit and watch and not get involved in some way. And like I said, that doesn't mean you have to get up in front of the bully and say, leave this kid alone. There's many things that you can do. There's many things that you can do. Get the teacher, there's a lot of things that you can do. But to sit and watch and, or cheer on the bully to make him feel like what he's doing is right, that's one of the worst things you can do. The bully knew I had 4 siblings to help my side. And it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt to have siblings. Good for you. Good for you. So if you are a person like Wolf that has a bunch of siblings and you know that there is a guy being bullied that he has no brothers and sisters in the school. He's by himself. He's a loner. Befriend someone like that. I think that's the right thing to do, and hang out with him. And like I said, when you're in groups of three or more, you're more likely not to get bullied. So ask that, bring that guy into your little group of people, and that way it's you, maybe your brother, and this kid, and then none of you are gonna get bullied because you're standing in a group of two or more, three or more, Sorry. So that's very good. Good for you, Winterwood. It's good to hear a positive story once in a while, and Wolf is doing a good job of staying positive, and that's the key thing. Walk around the school like you own the school, guys. Don't be rude. Don't be so arrogant there, but walk around like you own some of the school. Walk around positive. Keep that head up. You know, I've been, I'll be honest. I've been guilty of, walking when I think when I'm thinking about things, and not that I have a bad issue going on in my life, but when I'm thinking about maybe solving a problem, one of my friends do tell me, a few of my friends, I should say, tell me that I look like I'm depressed, and it's just my brain is thinking, and I'm just trying to figure something out in my head, some problem that I might be having with a project or whatever. So it's important to always look positive, and so that because when someone sees someone being looking depressed, I should say, they think that person is an easy pushover, and that's why many times I've had to always say, don't take my kindness for weakness. I'm not weak. I'm not depressed to the point where I will not defend myself. Okay, I'm just kind of thinking right now, and this is the expression my face makes. We can, we there's a thing called restful bitch face, right? That some people look mad when they're thinking or when their face is resting. Mine looks depressed, and it's far from it. So I don't know why people say that, but I'm not changing anytime soon. I'm just you just have to know you don't have to change. That's the important thing. You don't have to change, guys. It's just when you're confronted with that bully, you got to end up defending yourself. Julietism.png, thank you for joining the show. Where are you from? So, I hear so many times kids say, I like dressing a certain way, or I like listening to a certain type of music, and my bully makes fun of me because of whatever the clothes I wear. So now they wear clothes that they normally won't, or they listen to music that they normally won't, and don't change like that. Don't change like that, guys. Don't let your bully change you. Stand up for yourself. Do what you can. Get a friend. I understand. I've talked to some kids that they don't want to hurt people by getting into, either verbally by talking to them rude, or by saying things that will get them into a fist fight where they have to hurt people. They don't want to, and that's all right. So stick in groups where you're most likely not going to be bullied. Hang out with those kids. Excuse me. Hang out with those kids that like the same music you like, or like to dress the same way you do, so that you don't get bullied. I think that's real important. That's definitely really important. So let's see. What else are we going to talk about here? So let's do a recap with our good friend Sir Ray Sir Tony Ray. So with Sir Tony Ray, some YouTuber went out and said he was a pedophile when he really wasn't. And 4 years, he's still receiving death threats and everything else that's going on. And it's really funny because you see on YouTube that that uh, that this guy, this YouTuber, offered to pay him money and to pay him different stuff. He never really did. You heard that live on the show. Okay, he never really did offer to pay him. And like Tony said, he has a a volunteer a donation button on his account. So if he really wanted to give, he would turn around and he would have given him, just click that donation button and given him some money. I saw on the internet that he gave him $20,000. Not true. That he offered to pay him, to pay for him to go. BV Neil, thank you for joining the show. Pay him to go to a RuneScape convention. He never offered that to him. He just went online and said that. Basically, is what Tony was saying. So that's how bullies are. That's truly is how bullies are. They'll make up anything to make themselves look good. This guy should not be on YouTube. He's not entertaining at all. And I am not going to give him any props by saying his name. But he's not, if you want to know who it is, you look it up yourself. But he's not entertaining at all. I can appreciate, he's like a bad shock jock, in my opinion. I can appreciate a shock jock. Let's see, Howard Stern is a great shock jock. There was a guy I used to listen to on sports radio. Oh man, his name eludes me right now. But Mad Dog. Mad Dog is his name. He used to be on WFAN sports radio in New York. Now he's on Sirius. Is it Sirius FM? Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called, but he's on Sirius channel with Howard Stern on there. And he's a little shocking in what he says, and it's great, the way they do it. These guys, they want to do it in such a negative, racist way, I think, or homophobic way, or sexist way, and that's not funny. That's not funny at all, And that's all he is, and he's not a journalist, and he proved it by getting his information wrong about Tony and his RS Golden Glory. So if you want to follow him, he is on Discord. I think he's also on Twitch. All his names are RS Glory and Gold, so you should be able to find him. Even on Instagram, he is RS Glory and Gold. So follow him, check him out. And I guess he does two shows, where he plays games, and the other one is a talk show that he has. So be sure to check him out. And Tully finally said something. Well, I'm glad you finally said something, Tully. There is this guy who used to be in the KKK and eventually turned his life around for Jesus. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that happen a lot of times. People that are skinheads, and people who are in KKK, and they realize that, it's ridiculous to what you're doing, and that's good. That's good. I'm glad that these people can come around. And more people need to do it. And if they're not willing to do it, countries where there's racism need to start showing these people that this type of behavior is not acceptable. You know, it's really funny all the time. I always hear people say, you know, negative things, you know, like all of one race are animals, you know, and you tell them, you know, you shouldn't say things like that. And then the first thing they say to you is, if they're American, I don't know, would they say this? Tell me, Tully, would they say this in Australia? You know, first thing they say is, we have freedom of speech here, and I'm exercising my freedom of speech. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, you know, you can say that freedom of speech all you want, but freedom of speech is being able to say that someone like a senator or a congressman is not doing a good job and not be put in jail because back in, I don't know what, 1600s, if you said something bad about the king or bad about certain people that have power, you were put in jail and left there to rot. You know, that's the way you were treated. So when America was created, they wanted, and I'm going to assume other countries, you know, like the UK or wherever, they wanted to rid that, where people can say, this guy's not doing a good job, and that is freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is not saying that all women are a certain way or all Catholics are bad or that all, you know, certain people of color are bad. That is not freedom of speech, and Winter Wolf is back. Thank you for coming back, Winter Wolf. That is not freedom of speech, period. And you can say till you're blue in the face, but it's not, okay? It is not freedom of speech. That is hate, and it's you spreading hate, and it should stop. And it really, what really surprises me, since I've been doing 15 years now, okay? 15 years I've been doing the Bully Exposed. I've been doing this. I haven't been talking the way I have been, but I've been making films to bring awareness about bullying. 15 years, and it really shocks me when you find that person who was bullied, and they tell you their story of bullying, and they tell you their horror story of bullying, and then they go around and they dislike a group of people, or they dislike a certain sex, and they're pretty much bullying. If they don't like women, they're bullying women. If they don't like people of color, they're bullying people of color. And it's like, don't you understand that racism and bullying are one and the same? I honestly feel that there is a small portion of bullying that has to do with the fact that somebody might not like your color of your skin, or might not like that you're a female, or might not like that you're of the LGBTQ community. And rather than say that, I don't like you because you're gay, or I don't like you because you're, Hispanic, or I don't like you because you're a woman, they just bully the person into quitting, or bullying the person into leaving their department. And I think that's why bullying has become so prevalent nowadays. That and the fact that people are, communication is so easy. I can find out something that's happening in Australia quicker than probably most Australian people can, because I'm talking with certain people, right? And because of that, I think we know about the suicides by kids and everything that's going on. But it shocks me, and shame on you, people, and you know who you are, who have dealt with bullying, and then go right ahead and spout out these racist or homophobic or sexist remarks. Shame on you. Winter Wolf says, I need your positivity daily. Thank you so much. That really makes me feel good. I get DMs like that, and thank you for finally saying it. Someone finally saying it on a show, because I get DMs like this. Like every day I wake up to your inspirational posts. People, they get up in the morning, the first thing they do is go to Instagram, go to our account to see what the inspirational post of the day was. or you know, they they might be asleep while my show is going on. So when the minute they wake up, they know that they can listen to whatever the show was the day before. And thank you, Wolf, so much for someone finally saying it where others can see it. Because in a DM, it's great, it really is. But when someone else says it out loud for someone else to hear it, I think it does good, so people can say, hey, maybe I should start following what this guy is doing. So thank you so much, Wolf. I really do appreciate that. So smash that heart one time for Wolf, everybody. Let's see. I'm gonna pin your comment. I just pin your comment, Wolf. Thank you so much. Let's see. We got about another 30 minutes, guys. So what do you guys want to talk about? What is interesting to you guys? Thank you for the hearts. What is interesting to you? How was your day today, guys? Tully, did you experience any bullying today? If you went to work or anywhere, you know, or how about you, Wolf? Have you experienced any bullying today, or seen anything, or what questions do you have, or what is it that shocks you when it comes to bullying? But that really is what shocks me. You know, I'll find that Wolf says you're welcome. Thank you. I'll find that that a lot of times that people will say, you know, I've been bullied and I can't believe this. MST AK47, thank you for joining the show. Where are you from? Yeah, people will do that a lot. You know, where there's I am Yamada. Yamada. Oh, Pico. Pico, Yamada, how are you? Konnichiwa, how are you? Did you just get done working? Pico? Yeah, so people will do that a lot. People will say, unfortunately, you know, that they being bullied, and then they'll say right out of their mouth something very negative about a certain group of people. And it's like, you didn't learn from being bullied? You know, they think it's two separate things. Pico says, I'm already home. Awesome. It's not two separate things, guys. Bullying, or when you make talk about a certain race, you know, when you say all Latinos are dirty, or whatever it is that you're gonna, really ridiculous thing you're gonna say, when you say things like that, you're not bullying. It's not bullying, I'll admit, because because bullying is repeated. And maybe if you say it often, it could be you're bullying this certain group of people. But it is ridiculous that you would think that that bullying in the workplace or bullying in school is separate from saying, you know, anything racist. And it's not. It truly is not. And we need to understand that. Tully says, in the game Red Dead Redemption 2, they have the KKK about to lynch a character, and I decided to stop it. Very good. I can't believe that. Really? Take a screenshot next time you're doing that. I can't believe that. How do you first Tully, how do you know Ghostly Beats? Thank you for joining the show. Where are you from? How do you know that it's the KKK? You know, are they wearing their outfits, their hoods, their sheets, and the character they are about to lynch? Please tell me they're not African American. Yo, what's up, Ghostly Beats? Let's see, Tully, play Monster Hunter, world best Japanese game, have English also. Oh, awesome. So I guess I didn't know this, but Tully and Pico, or I guess his real name is Yamada, or gamers. Awesome. That's cool. Thank you for smashing that heart. So yeah, Tully, how do you know they're KKK members? And please tell me that the person that they're lynching is not African American, wearing white hoods and white clothes. Okay, okay. You definitely please take a screenshot of that. I really would like to see that. I like to see how close they came to it. Because there's in film, there's when you come out blatantly and you show something and you're telling your viewer that this is what they are, or sometimes they will dress up a character who's like supposed to be KKK in a way that you think, okay, it's not straight in your face KKK, but you can tell that what that character is supposed to be. And yes, the person was African American. Oh my God, that's horrible. I'm sorry, that's horrible. You definitely please, Tully, take some screenshots of that. I gotta see that. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Are they doing the same things with the Indians? Because if you don't know your history, learn it. Uh, Unfortunately, when this country was founded, they did a lot of bad things to Indians too. I saw a documentary the other day where they took children. If there was more than, I think they said, two children in the did I say Indian? If I said Indian, I'm so sorry. Native American, Native Americans. Um, if they if they if the family had more than two children in the family, they would take one of the children away and take them to a camp and then cut their hair and try to simulate them to be, I don't know what else word to use than to be white American. Um, let's see. Ghostly Beat says I'm dropping an EP the 1st of August. Awesome. Send me that link. Ghostly Beats, send me that link. Uh, yeah, and Yamada says, yeah, that's bad, Tully. That is bad. It's like, wow, come on, man. I think if I understand that lynchings were part of the day back then. In fact, when I first moved to Nevada, I went to a place in Nevada called Bonnie Springs, and there you can watch a hanging. And they put on this show and everything where this guy tries to rob a bank. I think if I remember, this was '88 that I saw this, so please bear with me. I think he robs a bank, he gets caught, and he shoots the sheriff. So because he shoots the sheriff, um, he gets hung. You know, so the bad guy was white, the cop was white, or the sheriff, I mean, was white. So there's really no offensive done anything offensive there. But if they had made the bank robber to be black, that's sending a message that all bad people are black or African American, and that's not a good message to send. If you want to ever do anything good, show positivity in America, I think one of the things you should do is make the sheriff black, make the townspeople, mostly black, and then if you make the bad guy black, then it's probably won't be so bad, except for the fact that you have to lynch him. So definitely, I think leave the lynching out, or make the person that's being lynched definitely not African American or not Native American, and I think that you will be safe. But yeah, I didn't find that offensive. I still don't find that offensive because of the way they did it. Um, but did they also call it a lynching too, Tully? Because if they called it lynching, that's bad too. They should have definitely just called it a hanging, not a lynching. So if they called it a lynching, that's really, really bad. Um, They should just call it a hanging. But what are you gonna do, right? These message today, guys. Is stay positive, and that's important. So stay positive, guys. So what else? What else are we talking about? But please, Tully, if you can, I don't know if you can go back in the game or what you can do, but please, I want to see that. I want to see that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wolf says he loves my beanie. I have I used to have a nice collection, and I usually don't wear them because I live on an island that's hot all the time. I think it was 90 or at least very close to 90 today. So I don't wear it. But my wife keeps the house very cold. She keeps it at 73, and that's cold for me. So I always wear one of my beanies, and all of them are packed up because if you don't know, I guess I should tell you, I'm moving to Italy. So everything that I own is packed up. I'm living out of suitcases right now, guys. And let's talk about that for a while. We can talk about that. So if you are a military person, like I am, I'm part of the military community. This has got to be the worst part about it. And, in life, I'm not going to get anxiety over it, guys. I'm not going to get depressed over it. Because in life, we have to take the good with the bad. I get to see a lot of the world because of my wife's status. It's my wife's status in the Department of Defense. But the bad part about it is that when you move and go into another place, your stuff goes first. Okay, all my belongings except for my cameras, because that's way too expensive to just let anyone just grab. But all of my stuff out there is probably being put on a ship and being ready to be shipped by boat to Italy. So now we are in the process of living out of our suitcases, and that's tough. And watching our food, we can't buy a lot of food. Like for instance, today I went shopping and I bought a few extra things that weren't on the list. And my wife was like, whoa, easy. You can't keep buying a bunch of stuff because pretty soon we're going to get our visa and we're going to have to leave. That's hopefully what's going to happen. But unfortunately, visas for Italy are 2 months behind because of COVID. So we're probably going to most likely be 2 months behind. Our car leaves on Sunday. Thank God we have a good friend that has 2 cars, and she's given us one of our cars. So we're not going to be without a car. So that's good. But it's that transition, when you first come in, to a place. Like when we first moved here, we had no car. We had to walk everywhere. We didn't go off the base. If we did go off the base, we had to go find a friend, to drive us. And that's tough because you don't want to be a nuisance to people. So it's tough. So that's where we're at right now. My motorcycle is on a boat, so I can't ride my motorcycle. So it's tough. And this is the time where I have to live by my own words of number 5, stay positive. I have to stay positive even though I'm living out of a box. So this is the only beanie I think I still have. If I find out that I do have another one here, I'll wear it for you guys. So Tully says, let's see, the game is based on Western. Right, yes, that I know. In the 18th century, and my character was on his horse walking by. Then suddenly I heard let's lynch him, boys. Oh God. So I got there as quickly as I could and stopped them. Even though it's virtual and it's not real, good job. Good job, Tully. Iki Do, thank you for joining the show. Where are you from? And Yamada, am I pronouncing your name right? Yamada says, I want to go to Italy. Awesome. I'm glad that you are a person that likes to see other places. I love seeing other places. Shadow Face 16, where are you from? Thank you for joining the show. And no particular topic today. If you're joining the show, just chime in, smash that question mark, ask a question, whatever you want to talk about today. But yeah, so it's hard staying positive, guys, when you're living out of your suitcase. You know, when you're living out of your suitcase on a vacation, that's totally different because you're seeing new places and that kind of takes your mind off of the fact that you're living out of a suitcase. But when you're in your everyday place, then that's hard. And Shadow of Face 16 says, I'm from Germany. Oh, wow. Awesome. But I live in England. Oh, awesome. I have a few friends in Germany as well. I got friends in England as well. A lot of followers from England. If you didn't know, I said this a couple of days ago on the show that out of the United States, England is the most place that we have followers. So Australia, Tokyo, you guys have to step up your game and get some more followers there. So let's see. Pico is not around right now. I think his he always has a bad connection, so maybe he's trying to log back in. But so Faye, tell us about yourself. Are you 16? Is that what the 16 is for? How long have you lived in England? Do you speak English very well? I'm going to assume you speak English very well. That's the one thing, about people from Europe and people from South America and all that. They all know one language. I think, I hate to say it, but it's only, and I'm not saying this about every American, but it's only Americans that are lazy, that don't want to learn a second language, and that's a shame. So yes, she is 16. Awesome. Welcome to the family. Be sure to follow us and check out our inspirational post. Every day we post an inspirational post, and this show is always on every day. This is our second show that we're doing today. And like I said, when I get to Italy, I'm going to have to quarantine for 14 days. And I think during that process, I'm going to do 2 shows a day. Something to keep me sane, Tully says, I have to send you a screenshot of the game tomorrow. Yeah, sure, no rush. MGV, thank you for joining the show. I think MGV is from the UK as well, from England as well. Let's see, Faye says, I've lived in England for most of my life. Okay, but I did live in Germany for 7 months when I was younger. Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah, like I said, I have friends. I'm trying to think, where do they live? I can't think of the base, but they live on the base, and it's the biggest American base in the world, and it's in Germany, and I can't remember the name of it. Maybe Faye can tell me what the name is. I don't know. Hopefully I'll think of it before the show ends. But yes, they live out there, and I can't wait to get out to Italy so I can go visit them in Germany. I think that's one of the first things we're gonna do once summer hits and my wife's on vacation, is we're gonna go out to Germany and visit them once we get to Italy. So it'll be very interesting. MGV, how have you been? It's been a long time since I've seen you. MGV says, my parents are from Sicily, but we all live in the UK. Yes, that's what I thought. Okay, Sicily, awesome. So do you, so let me see if I can say this. Parli Italiano, or Parla Italiano, I think is the proper way to say it. Yes, I'm trying to learn Italian, guys. It's easier for me than it is for my wife, because though she's Italian, she doesn't speak Italian, and for me, I speak Spanish. So yes, si parlo un po' italiano. I always want to think Spanish when I speak Italian. So MGV asked me if I speak Italian, and I said, "Si parlo un po' italiano." Did I say that right? Parlo, and she says, "Parlo italiano bellissimo, bellissimo." That's beautifully. I speak Italian beautifully. Well, grazie. I think it's horrible because I always want to put Spanish into it, but it's very easy for me to understand because a lot of the words are the same, you know. Even though in Italian they say parlo and we say habla español, like I would say habla italiano. I wouldn't say, you know, parlo italiano, but it's still, everyone knows what parlo means, right? Because the French also say, let's see, I got a lot of things to catch up on here. Let's see, IMM, is that what it's saying? Have moved senior schools 4 times. My first senior year, I was pushed down the stairs at a train station and got an infection on my leg, and I also pushed into a non-moving train. Oh my God, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. And this is from your bully, Faye? My 2 senior years, I was shot 3 times with an airsoft gun. Wow. Let's see. And MGV says, I'm fluent Italian English. Wow. Well, if I ever get out to the UK, I have to connect with you so you can teach me some Italian, MGV. My husband speaks English, Italian, French, and Spanish fluently. Yes, like I said, it's only the Americans that are so, I don't know what is wrong with them, that they don't want to learn a second language. And it's really terrible, I think. So Faye says, my 3rd senior school, I was pushed into the road and almost hit by a car. Whoa. There are some bullies down where you were at, Faye. Wow. And this thing about pushing people into trains, you know, I've seen so many videos of this. It's horrible, horrible. Paul Rogers, thank you for joining the show. Where are you from? My 4th senior year, I was mostly verbally bullied at my 4th senior school. Well, I'm sorry about that. Are things better now? Are you still in, you're 16, so I was going to assume you're still in school. Yes, that was from my bullying experience. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's, you know, always try to hang in groups of 3 or more, guys. And hopefully that will kind of bring the bullying down. So MGV has a message for Faye. She says, you must have something special. Bullies always pick on the people that shine. Very well put, MGV, and that is so true. Yes, they're okay. Thankfully, I'm going off to college. Awesome. Do good in college and do something so you can pass laws that will put people like your bully in jail for what they did. And it seems like we're coming to the end of the show. I want to thank everyone, especially Tully, that DM'd me and said, are you going to go on today? Are you going to go on today? I will go on, you know, like tomorrow I'm doing a show early. Okay, guys. It's going to be at 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Time Zone. Okay. For those of you, so I'm doing the show early, but if you guys DM me and say please come on, give me a time that's good for you, and I'm more than happy to do 2 shows a day, not a problem. Faye says thank you to MGV, and MGV, one last thing, she says do it for the people who want to see you fail. Don't stop with your dreams. Very, very well put. And that's gonna do it for us today, guys. So give me a second. I gotta do this right here. Hopefully, I'm messing up here. I'm so sorry. I'm messing up, guys. So, here we go. The music. Always have to have music. Live feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher, thebullyexposed.com, and by you guys, of course. And remember, anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another, guys, and have a great day. And remember to always do it for the people that want to see you fail.